Well, friends, I got to see Stephen King's The Long Walk last night, and it has been a decades long wait for me. Was it worth the long wait? Should you walk or run to the theater to see it? Up next at Mark at the Movies.
There's one winner and no finish line.
Well, I had the decades long wait opportunity to see Stephen King's The Long Walk last night, finally in my theater. The Long Walk, directed by Francis Lawrence, who's also directed The Hunger Games, a few of the Hunger Games movies, written by J.T. Molnar and the master, Stephen King himself. And this is a film that I have been waiting for literally decades. I read the novella by Stephen King under a pseudonym, Richard Bachman, uh, over 30 years ago. And every time a Stephen King movie comes out, I say to myself, they should really make The Long Walk because it is an incredible story and translates so well to film. And I've dreamed about, well, sitting in the theater last night watching The Long Walk, and finally it's here. Well, what did I think about it? I would say it's a bit of a mixed bag, and this is why. Every time you read a book, you have certain expectations on how it's going to turn out. You want everything to kind of look and feel how it was when you read it. There's many changes in the film from the book, in particular in the third act, and also the motivations of the character are different. But this is a fine motion picture. Really enjoyed it. Outstanding performances by the cast. In particular, you had Cooper Huffman in it, the son of Philip Seymour Huffman. Rest in peace. What a performance by Cooper Huffman. He is excellent in this film. And really, at its core, this film is an ensemble cast. Very easy premise. It's set in a dystopian future where you have young men who volunteer for a lottery to take place in a long walk with no finish line. You have to walk at least 3 miles an hour. And if you fall below that, you get 3 warnings. And if you exceed the 3 warnings, you are shot and killed. And there is one winner, and he gets gobs of money and one wish at the end. Pretty simple premise. And really, this film is about relationships and about the horrors of war, the horrors of humanity, and the best and the worst of us, and what all of this means. And the background stories of each character are really super important. And the 2 characters in the book and in the film that are really the most important are, Cooper Huffman's Raymond Garrity, and then also David Johnson's Peter McVries. And they bond this relationship that really works well in this film. These 2 guys have real chemistry. It's great. You root for them. You follow it along. And kudos to not just the director, but the whole staff on this film for not shying away from the horror. Wow, it is in your face. When kids get shot, they get shot. When situations that some films will shy away from, what happens when you have to continually walk at least 3 miles an hour and go to the bathroom? What do you do? That kind of thing. They do not shy away from it. It's in your face. There's a couple scenes where multiple people get shot at the same time, and the chaos of that. Really a fun and shocking film with much to chew on. But at its core, it is a relational piece, and they do really, really well with this. Mark Hamill, of course, Luke Skywalker, he's really good in this, with really a one tone, one beat performance as the major. He chews it up in this, gentlemen. Go out and get it, gentlemen. And he's fine in this. I cannot help but think because they secured the star of Mark Hamill's caliber, that they beefed up his role, because he's in this more than the general is in the book. You have other outstanding performances, whether it's Charlie Plummer or Garrett Waring in supporting roles. They do a really excellent job. And the reality here is that for me, it's always about, did you succeed in laying the rules of your film and then carrying it out? And in this way, varying degrees of yes and no. The relationship pieces, the way that it's filmed, the dread, the in your face horror, also the way that it's filmed, the intimacy of it, tracking on the actors close up, but you can still see some of the walkers struggling. Really, really well done. Here's what I had an issue with. They were very clear that this was a worldwide walk, or excuse me, a United States walk, and it was after a civil war in the future. And this was to boost morale and to be able to show America that this was, kids were giving it their best type of thing. Well, if this is a worldwide televised or a nationwide televised thing, why weren't there more people watching this? I was shocked that when they rolled through towns, there was one or two people watching. At the, a little spoiler here, nothing with the content, but more with just proving my point. They talked multiple times about how at the end people would be crowding the streets and how there'd be cameras. Nope, it's in the dark. There's like maybe 30 extras or less surrounding them, and there's no real tracking shots of the crowd screaming or getting excited or horrific, or horrified. Nothing like that. So on that point, I think they could have done a much better job of of really upping the ante with uh, the nationwide focus on this as one of their nation's things to watch, one of their pastimes. They could have done a much better job with that. But otherwise, Cooper Huffman's good, Mark Hamill's good. I thought the directing was good. This is going to be a movie that might not do really well in the theater, but it's going to really kick off on streaming, especially with the Gen Z crowd, I believe, who haven't read the book and don't have certain expectations on this film. So, what did you think about it? Did you read The Long Walk when you were younger? Have you read it before? Did you want to go see this? Have you seen The Long Walk? Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about movies. Thanks for making it to the end of this video. Let's have a conversation. Do you disagree with me? Why? Do you agree with me? Why? Let's talk about movies, and let's go to the movies at Mark at the Movies.